Year 1823. Ayub Shah, the last emperor of the Durrani dynasty, has just been overthrown. The once unified region is on the verge of complete collapse, and local leaders are taking the initiative into their own hands. This is how the game of Pax Pamir begins. Hello friends, Timur here, and today I will tell you about what you can find in this nice box. In Pax Pamir, each player assumes the role of a 19th-century Afghan leader attempting to forge a new state after the collapse of the Durrani Empire. In the beginning of the game, players choose a side and join one of three coalitions: Russian, British or Afghan, trying to increase influence on the region and assert their power. But politics is a subtle art, and at any moment of the game, players will be able to switch loyalty to come out victorious. Pax Pamir occurs over a series of turns, during which players perform actions until a player wins or until the deck's final dominance check is resolved. Players buy court and event cards, play them and use their abilities to influence what is happening on the map. And in their turn, a player can perform only two actions. You can buy the leftmost card for free or any other, but by paying 1 rupee for each card in the same row to the left of the card you're purchasing. The player takes the purchased card into their hand and is able to play it in the future by revealing it and adding it to their court. By playing cards, players form their courts using special abilities and actions. Players have access to such opportunities as creating armies in various regions, connecting regions with roads, placing tribes, changing their favorite suit, and even sending spies who can subsequently influence the distribution of forces on the map. Each card also contains bonus actions, which, depending on the favorite suit, can be used for free in addition to the two main ones. And despite the fact that I call them bonus, they no less than main ones are able to influence the outcome of game events. They allow you to collect taxes from the regions, present gifts to your coalition, place and move armies and spies, build additional roads. You can fight on the map with armies or fight with spies in the courts of other players, discarding dangerous cards of your opponents. Dominance check event cards are resolved when purchased by a player or when triggered during cleanup and mean a quick calculation of victory points. If a single coalition has the most blocks in play and at least 4 more than any other coalition, the dominance check is successful. Players loyal to the dominant coalition score victory points based on their influence points. Each loyal player earns influence points for their gifts, prizes, and the number of patriots in their court. If there is no dominant coalition on the map, then the check is considered unsuccessful, and players score points based on the number of cylinders they have in play. A cylinder is considered to be in play if it is not on a player board. By the way, if, after scoring a dominance check, the leading player has at least 4 more victory points than the next highest scoring player, the game is over and that player wins. It is important to know that getting victory points through influence brings much more benefits. That is why it is important to closely monitor which coalition exerts the greatest pressure on the game situation, because players can always change their loyalty. At any moment of the game, the player can change loyalty by gaining influence associated with a different coalition. It can be done either by playing patriots associated with a different coalition or by betraying cards with prizes. The timely change of loyalty is an important step on the way to victory. When the deck's 4th and final dominance check is resolved, the game always ends. Players count their victory points for the last time, and player with the most victory points wins. Pax Pamir is a game about politics and diplomacy, war and espionage set in motion by cards. The close interaction of players does not allow you to relax even for a minute, because at any moment of the game the situation can turn upside down. And it depends only on you, whether you can outsmart your opponents and not let them outsmart you.